pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
We want it. Come to my work. Hey, check Mike 57. 57. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On 2nd and very short, Young got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 36. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
They'll run on 1st down. Boyd, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And he'll give it here to his running back. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On first down, Clemens. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Keep it up, keep it up. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Blue dog Porkins, blue dog Porkins. Echo.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Go. Under crunch. Ready.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Shift. Ready. exit. Mike 51, Mike, go.
They'll drop the throw. Going for the deep ball. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Throwing, Young. Rolling to his right. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 47.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go, tight end. Let's go. 57's mic.
Now here's Young. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Oh, wide open. Complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They'll run on first down. Clemens, and he loses the football a second time. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Young now after the fumble recovery. He's going to go on top for and that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Check safety, check safety. Switch, switch, switch.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
51's the mic, 51's the mic. Box shot. Right here, guys. Fight 51, Mike 51. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Second and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, let's go. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. Check, 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 check. Check.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check out. Go. Check out.
Young on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Young on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for it after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check the backer, check the backer. 58's the mark. 58.
They'll try to throw now. Young. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Watch the safety creep. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Here's Jacobs. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They come up in an offset eye. 2nd and goal from the 1. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll run with Jacobs, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
51.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Alpha. Check mark, hey, here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check mark, we don't want this. Check. Clock it. Crouch. Back. Ready.
Back to throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Watch the screen. Pass.
On 1st and 10, Young. And this is incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. It's Young on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 45 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Let's go, D.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Watch it.
37-yard line.
Check Mike 99. Mike 99. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
2nd and 11. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the crossing route. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Cardinals' 26-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Pick it up. Pick it up. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll try the left side. Clemens. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Tighten up. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist, twist.
Now it's Hunt. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Guys, it's game. Let's go. He wants the mic. Tackles, tackles. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. DK Metcalf, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last two drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Young. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Out, 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 out. Slam, slam, slam. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check, 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 check. Safe, safe, safe.
First down, Young. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now Young to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now Young loses the football. It's stripped. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior.
Check Mike 99, Mike 99. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
It's a gain of 12 yards. Leads to third and 11.
61. Matchbox, right. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Yeah. Ready, go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Looking to throw, Young. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, Clemens. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. And Lobo, squeeze, squeeze, get in there. Kill, kill. Smoke. Mike, what you want? Mike, what you want? Ready, go.
He'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 57's Mike.
following the interception. Young. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football.
Here we go,
Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies.
Show it up. Hatchet. No.
Young here to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they got their way with him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50. Watch the run. They're running it. Check safety. Switch. Run. Check.
Young working out of the gun. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He only punted twice in the win last week.
Interesting.